Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, the Smiths in the Black, here at CPU Group with the Strat Time Report, and we've got an inside day cooking here for the SPY. So, what does that mean? So here we've had Doji weaker, right? So we're starting off the new month, and we had an outside day, upper left, then an outside day, now an inside day, which could make tomorrow interesting because that's a 3-1, outside then inside. So tomorrow, if we hold in here, either side of today is going to get my attention because the target's going to be to take out yesterday's highs or lows. So you can see here on the 15 minute, oftentimes when you have an inside bar like this, price discovery starts over again. So you can see here we had that lower low, higher high, lower low. Now another lower low, so it wouldn't surprise me to come back through here, but we'll see. So because inside days could do anything, they could just sit here and do nothing, or price discovery back up and take this high out. It'd still be an inside day though, right? And so they're watching to see if this new price discovery, because you're going to keep seeing stuff like that on an inside bar. So you can see this outside 15er. There's another minor broadening formation. So we'll see. And the good thing about an inside day is oftentimes it tells us directly where we want to be because there's no real futures movement. If you go to the so you can see who's going into the stocks and whatnot. Q's a little better by taking out the highs, but the problem with these Q's still, all of these days, stuck inside this range. How do we get out of this, right? That's what we're looking to see here. Inside in the 15er right now, but for the most part, still an inside week for the Q's. We go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, and inside day. So a little bit weaker, and you're taking out last week's lows, right? So that's a little more important, right, than just sitting here doing nothing. But you do have an inside day, and we're still cooking. We're going to see this still slowly deteriorating. If we go to small cappers, and small cappers, check out yesterday's highs. Nope, still an inside day, and so just kind of stuck in here. So the broader average is not doing too much. So that's where we want to see where they discernibly going. We got vaccines, Moderna, and Moderna going vertical here on the Momo hammer. So once again, hammer on the highs, and some people will be like, it's a hanging man. I'm like, no, it's not. This is Momo hammer. I mean, then we got short in here, hoping for this thing to roll back down. Boom, this week, getting handed to him. Inside and up on the 15er right here. How's that 30 looking? Inside and up off the 30 right there. And that's how you get in on Moderna. And Moderna's still going. NVAX also having a nice one coming up on the monthly highs. Here on the weekly, this high was 230.90, and you're there right now and just took it out. Right? And that's what we look for on a 222. 2 up, 2 down, and then these two are going to be coming outside bar of that, which it did. Now we'll see if there's any more steam in the tank here for NVAX. NVAX just took an inside 60 here, the 212 continuation. NVAX, we're also seeing like IBB coming up, so it's medical stuff. XLV here, still somewhat strong, and so you're seeing like Lilly here having a nice day, just exhaustion risk by blasting into the highs. We'll see if that sets up again for us here. That's a nice little 30 right there for you, so we'll see if that sets up again. New 60 starting, you can see starting to back off just a tad. If we go to UTHR, and UTHR is boom, and you can see the good thing about UTHR is it's been higher in the past. Now just kind of grinding higher, but an inside 30 to keep an eye on here for the next half an hour if we can take that out. If we go to BNTX, BNTX inside day to the upside and blast off she goes. So we got some nice moves out of there. You can see this nice little Rev Strat weaker back into here. Inside bar, down, boom, off she goes. So we'll see if that sets up again. Right now it's been a little quick. If we go to, well, let's take a look at the hood. And the hood had a big old blaster this morning, and then here you can see mother bar issues. Once you start going inside, how are you going to get outside of this bar? But right now you're inside in the 60, so it's going to pick up some steam over 63.45, right? If that's going to do anything. If we go to Facebook, and Facebook, just a nice little T2 reversal on the daily, takes out the low, Boom, 2-2 reversal. Had a nice move, but now in the 60 starting to come in a little bit. We'll see if that sets up. Moderna going to the highs. If we go to ABC. ABC having a nice day. Just exhaustion risk by going to the highs. The outside month. 1 bar rev strat. This is an inside month, then an outside. Right, that's a rev strat. So if you're looking at this on a monthly basis, last month when I took this and when I started going green, you're looking for an outside bar. And this is the continuation, the rejection of the selling down in here. Now just exhaustion risk going to the highs. We'll see if that sets up. Now it's starting to come in. If we go to a DVA. DeVito with a nice blaster here, and you can see taking all these mounts just going into the highs, inside weak to the upside. So just stalling out here a little bit as exhaustion risk by going into new highs. If we go to AMD, AMD's still going, and AMD's just had, I'm sorry, where's it? AMD. Heck of a run. Just no lower lows on the daily. Still good. And still breaking out of this year-long consolidation. So just poked up a little bit. Now coming back in on that 60. So if you can reclaim this here in the next hour over 119.95, gets my attention because then you get that 222. But stalling out with the market here a little bit. If we go to Lulu. And Lulu makes it into new highs. Once again, this is a Momo Hammer weekly here. So anybody got short last week, they're sticking it to them, but good here. You are in exhaustion risk. You finally made it to the new highs. So we'll see new 60 starting to back off. Get a CACC. And stalling out a little bit, but still trying to grind higher. And we know that this is just having a nice weaker here. Going hit magnitude by taking out this high. So a little stall out there. If we go to RH. And RH having a nice day, and this is what you want to see, like on that 2-2 reversal day. Boom, back through the previous range, right? Because you know that this guy's going to be stopped here, 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 and here. We call that the pivot machine gun to give you the outside weak, right? So right here, 690, 174, you're almost there. So we're going to take care of business once again. Momo Hammer, hourly. Anybody got short in here? Boom, stick it to them up there. If we go to INMD, I believe this is inside year up list on the macro list. You just got a nice little inside day to try and take it back up to the highs. If we go to BTBT, nice little inside day there to the upside. Now it backs off. We'll see if we can get an inside 60 out of that. Once again on the monthly here, the 2 down, the 2 up on the month to come back up in here. That's Bitcoin related, so you can keep an eye on Bitcoin with that. Newer. And newer inside month to the upside. Been a lot higher. Trying to see if we can come after these guys here. So far having a nice morning, just kind of stalling out up there. We'll see how that goes. Just watching some of the memers here. You got Sophie trying to come back up here. Sophie, a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. S-Gen goes to the highs in the bio as I speak. Nice little push there. S-Gen, the 2 down, the 2 up hammer on the month. If we go to the downside, one of the things you want to look for is like when you have like the IBB or anything going on the highs and having a nice push, you look for the things going the other way. And it's going to be Amgen. Now trying to firm up on the 60, but you can see this kicker. Bright green and then boom, gap down. That's what you want to look for. Anybody short got carried out yesterday. Anybody stayed long, boom. To the exits, what you hear. Shooter, counters, hammer, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, monther. If we go to Jazz Farm. And Jazz Farm, inside on the 60 to the downside, right? With the bios being strong. You can look for the guys going the other way because these guys got what they wanted. They've got the strength in their ETFs, but their stocks not so much. If you go to ARCT from yesterday, and ARCT, maybe they were a little bit overdid it. Inside day, but you can see plenty of movement in here coming back down. How's that 30? Okay, we'll see. Going 230 back upper, but stuck as an inside day, but just moving around, and we always want to know about that. If we go to AUPH, AUPH off the inside day. Maybe they overdid this thing here. Oops. Boom. Right back down. Now trying to go inside and down off the 30. We'll see if there's more pain and suffering over there. If we go to XLP, the discernible loser today. Now it's kind of trying to hold on to these lows, but there's your 2 up, 2 down week up top. And that's going to be your Pepsis and your Cokes. Your Pepsi, your Coke, your Mondelez, your Kimberly Clark's. How's Procter doing? Procter doing a little better, but XLP discernibly weak. If we go to FMC, FMC having a rough one here. 3 on the week are coming down, taking out last month's lows. You got a little bit more to take out these pivots down into here. Firming up a little bit on the 30, so we'll see. If we go to FSLY, FSLY taking an inside month to the downside. That's something I'd want to know about right here. FSLY having some issues, so for the rest of the month, anytime it's below this, 46, 44, that's something I'd want to know about and look for signals to the downside. On the 30, you'd catch this, something like this. 2 down by taking out the lows, 2 up by taking out those highs, and then boom, these 2 become an outside bar of that, and still going, FSLY. If you go to Overstock, Overstock, taking out last week's lows, that's a 3-2, the rejection of this buying, and boom, still getting rejected, and a 3-2 down on the month. Now popping up a little bit on the 30. We'll see in a half an hour if this closes out. If you can take that out, that would get my attention at 65.77. Go to General Motors. And General Motors, just gap down, sitting here. We're going to see if we can take out a little bit more. You're an outside week already, but you're getting closer to taking out last month's lows down into here. So we'd want to see if we can take this out here on time. 52.63. Not too much meat left on those bones, but we'll see. Also some pandemics, as we've been watching. Wynn Resorts, still puking. LVS, still puking. And so that gives you the airlines. Still puking. There's your Delta, weekend downer, all the pandemic names. So I was letter H here that we knew about since this inside day, still puking. So pandemic's getting a little worried, and that's probably why some of these druggies are running. So the transport's having some issues still. Still inside day, but you got Norfolk Southern. Here's an inside day to the downside. So those things being still challenged. If we go to RL, yesterday a gap up now. That's a 2 up, 2 down, trying to come into the gap. Not totally falling apart, but anytime I'm below this day, that's something I'd want to know about to come fill the gap. SEDG, the same. Pops back up here so you can see if we can re-break that or not. If we go to Coherent, COHR. And COHR having some issues. Here, boom. Yesterday puke and then tried to recover and now repuke. Stuck down in here for now though, but we'll see. Taking up last week's and last month's lows. Now inside 60, so we'll see how that goes. If we go to AVID, and AVID gap down puker, 2 monther, 2 up in the month by taking that out, 2 down. So for the rest of the month, I'd keep an eye on this, albeit might have to disseminate that gap a bit. If we go to Lyft, Lyft having a rough one and coming right back through the previous range. That's something I'd want to know about. You got an outside month, so if you can take that out right here, below 50.54, you're there right now, going inside and down off the 60 right now. So the broader average is still stuck as inside days. At least the SPY is, and so SPY doing this. Potential inside 60 wouldn't surprise me at all. The 15 are just kind of sitting down in here for right now. So, yeah, we want to stay on the stories and the themes. And right now, you got your vaccines and bio's strong. You got XLP, transports, and pandemics weak. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith in the Black with Strat Time Report.